Welcome to Zville Lessons for Life channel. My name is Xander Villain. Today we're going to cover Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. We're going to do this in two parts. The first part is going to be an intermediate tutorial where I jump through things pretty quickly for you, and then you can just plug in the parts where you want. The second part is for the beginners. There I'll show you strumming patterns, picking patterns, how to play the chords, the little tricks and nuances of this song. To jump to that section, go down in the description area below. Look for beginner's lessons with the time code. Click the time code, it'll jump ahead in the video. Let's get right into this. Welcome to the intermediate section of Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. You guys probably know this already, but if you're watching this, maybe you want to catch some other stuff, and I'll show you what I do. Slightly different than the original, but I think I'm covering the bases, is what I'm trying to do. So we got this, it's based out of G. So the chords are, as a bar chord would go, it'd be, it's G, A sharp, then to a C, right? C sharp C, or C sharp C right here too, right? But I saw an interview with Richie Blackmore, and it looks like he's doing it. He was saying that you just use the top half of a bar chord, right? So it's, or open, that's a G. That's the top half of your G. I'm slightly muting to buffer it. You could end it like that too. Just put that top half of the G in there, right? And then for this one, I like to slide it down instead of. Then it goes into a really bass heavy verse, right? And it sounds like it's doing a, possibly. It's so bass heavy and organ heavy that I can't really tell. So I just kind of split the difference. I'm octavating every other one. So it's 1, 2, 1 on the octave. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Full bar chord then, right? Where are you going? 6, 6, 4, right? 6, 6, 4, 6, 5, 4. That goes down to the F then, right? So it's on a G. Does that over and over again. Then it goes into Smoke on the Water, down to a G sharp. And then it does a, that's the Fire in the Sky. Fire in the sky. Back up to the C. Smoke on the water. G, A sharp, G, A sharp, G, F, G. So don't come back up to that G at the end. Smoke on the water. Smoke on the water. So those are those parts. You got the opening riff, you've got the verse. Then when the lead comes in, it changes. It doesn't go to that F, it goes up to a C on the third out of 4 progressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then when it gets to the end of the series, does that final breakdown, and the lead keeps going before it goes into the, during the lead, that comes back in during the lead, you go to a power chord C. So it's down to that down. Basically, that's all the parts to the song. I'm not going to cover the lead today, so I hope you got it all. Have fun with the song. Let's get into the beginner section. All right, welcome to the beginner section of Deep Purple's Smoke on the Water. They say this is a really good one for beginners, but it is a little tough. It's not as easy as they say. The reason they say it's easy on beginners is because of this riff right here. That's why they say it's easy, but it's not as easy as it sounds. So let's get into what we're going to be playing here. First thing you're going to be doing is playing that riff, which is the, I guess they call it the fourths of a bar chord. So what you're doing is you're taking a power chord. Here's the bottom one. That's wrong. What you want to do is you want to play the top end of this. Then you have a basic barred G chord. You have a barred C chord. You have a barred F chord, which you kind of groove on. You don't do a normal bar. And then you have the fire in the sky part, which is picking. So those are the main chords for the song. So let's get into how to play these. We're going to be doing bar chords and variations of bar chords for the whole song, basically. So the opening riff is, you're going to take, it's a G, it's based out of G. So here's the song's notes, mostly downstrokes, guys, on the whole song. I'll see if I can find myself doing something different along the way, but it's going to be a G, then an A sharp on a bar chord, and then up to a C, and then G, A sharp, C sharp, C, and then back to that same riff again. But I'm going to show you how to play this bar chord real quick. On the 6th string, you're going to take your G note as your root with your index finger. You're going to put your ring and your pinky on the 5th fret of your 5th and 4th string. So your G on your 3rd fret of your 6th string, that's your barred G. You're going to also bar a C up here instead of, you don't want to play it like this. You could do this. You could draw up because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for this. And here it is. And then you kind of got a root note in there too. But it's noisy. And you want this to be really clean. And by lifting your fingers off and muting the strings with your palm, that's how you get this staccato playing. I like sliding that. I'll show you that in a minute. But I want to explain the theory behind this to you so you get it a little bit. They say fourths are this on the bar chord. Because in a bar chord, if you haven't seen my beginners series of beginner guitar lessons yet, check out chapters 4 and 5. That'll really get into bar chords and what's going on with octaves a little bit in there. So you got your G, and then like I just showed you, then you've got your D and another G. So you got G, D, G. So the power chord of a bar chord is your low G and your D. The top end of a bar chord is your high G and your D. And that's what they call fourths, according to what I saw when Richie Blackmore, who wrote the song, was talking about fourths. Not exactly sure how that works, but I'm just telling you what he said. So if this is that, this is your D and your G, this is also your D and your G. So you can play it open instead with one finger. Right? And what you're doing is you're taking this bar chord and you're moving up. There it is again. And here. There, right? So, you want to play your fourth and your third strings. Open, mute it. Third fret on your fourth and your third string. Fifth fret on your fourth and your third string. Repeat that. But this time, go above the fifth position to the sixth fret and slide down, or you could do ring finger, index finger. I like to slide it. And then repeat the first part. Then go backwards. So for frets, it's open 3, 5, open 3, 6, 5, open 3, 5, 3, open. So that's the beginning right there. Your fourth and your third strings. But what you want to do is mute it. So you hit it and mute. See that? I lift my finger off and I mute it at the same time. That way when I lift my finger off, there's not a lot of noise. Hear that? What I'm doing there is, you know your G chord. If you don't, this is a G chord. You've got on the bottom half of your G chord, and I'm not going to get into this right now, but there's your bottom half of your G chord. It's the third fret on your first and second string. It's the same two notes as the fourth and third strings open. Just one octave up. So when you hit that last G, you can add that index finger there. So it's... See how it gives a little extra punch to it? Right there, that very top end. So that is the opening riff. Now let's get into the vocals. It sounds like what they're doing is they're taking just a regular bar chord, your G position, which is once again your sixth string, third fret with your index finger for your root note, fifth fret on your fifth and fourth strings with your ring and your pinky. That's your bar chord. You should know that already, because you can move that anywhere on the neck. It sounds like this is what they're doing to me. Simple thing like this. 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, down to the F. 6, 5, 4, up to the G. 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4. That's it. That's one round. 6, 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to the F, 6, 7 back up to the G, 8 at G. So you see how there's 8 of them in the round about. I change it. I try to make it a little bit more funky, and this is something you can work on. If you're brand new, just do this. All down strokes, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4 on your G bar chord. 5, 4, 6, 5, 4. Now the second round, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4, 6, 5, 4. That's 2 rounds of 4 or 1 round of 8, right? Let's go slow. 6, 5, 4, 2, 6, 5, 4. Third one, 6, 5, 4. Fourth one on G, 6, 5, 4. 6, 5, 4, down to the F. 6, 5, 4, up to the G. 6, 5, 4, one more time. 6, 5, 4. Now, if you want to try to mess it up a little bit, have some more fun, this is what I would do. Instead of 6, 5, 4, it's 6, 6, 4. And that's the fourth string, by the way. 6th string, 5th string, 4th string. 6, 6, 4, 6, 5, 4. 6, 6, 4, 6, 5, 4. 664, 654, 664, 654. That was one round. What I'm doing is I'm doing an octave of G. And then I'm doing the bar chord, plucking it. Full one on the F, then back up to the, because you're doing the first part of the change, the octave to the chord, right before you go to the F. You're going, it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. See that? If you're changing the first pattern, second pattern, first pattern, second pattern. And that makes it a little bit more funky, and I think he might be doing that. He might be just doing this the whole way. And that is just doing your octaves again. That's your octaves of your bar chord. You got your G, you got your D, you got your G. So you're just doing an octave. 6th string twice, 4th string once. On the 3rd fret to the 5th fret. Here's the tough part. Change it. 654, 664, 654, 664, 654. That's one round. Now, after you go through that a few times, you're going to go into the smoke on the water. That's when you're going to hit a power, not a power chord, but a bar chord, a full bar chord on your C. Smoke on the, and then it goes to a G sharp or a D flat. So this is on your 5th string, 3rd fret on your 5th string, 5th fret on your 4th and your 3rd string, bar chord, C, and then go back to the 6th string. So you got your 4th fret on your 6th string and your 6th fret on your 5th and 4th for your G sharp. So it's smoke on the water. Now here's the tricky part. It does some plucking. It's a G to an A sharp. So you're going from your 3rd fret on your 6th string to the 1st fret on your 5th string. 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, right? And I kind of hammer up on that one, F, and then don't pluck the G again. A fire in the sky. Don't come back up to the G on the second pattern, just hold it, because that's when you're going to go back up to the C for the second smoke on the water. So once again, 3rd fret on your 6th string to the 1st fret on your 5th string twice, and then 3rd fret on your 6th string to the 1st fret on your 6th string instead of your 5th string, and then back up to your G, which is the 3rd fret on your 6th string again. So fire in the sky. Smoke on the water. So let's take that real slow this time. We're going to do one round of the verse and then go into the C to the G sharp and then into this, the fire in the sky part. Here we go. Down to the F, up to the G. Here we go to the C. Smoke on the water. That's your G sharp. Now, 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1 3 1. C. Smoke back down to the G sharp, back to the opening riff. Remember to put that on there, right? All right, let's get into the lead section here. Instead of going down to the F during that, like you would on the verse, you go up to a C. And you go up a little longer than you do the F. You notice how that F was just half of one of the counts of the 8? This time you go up for a full thing. So on the verse, you did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the lead, you go up to a C instead of the F. So you're going up here, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See that? It covers 6. It covers 5 and 6 out of the counts. So, and it's that's what it's doing, timing wise. I'm not sure if it's doing that much busyness though. It might be just going. Or it might be just going. There's so much heavy bass and piano and the leads over the top of it, the keyboards in there. It's so cool, but I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. So I like to just do the same thing underneath it. So let's take it slow. Here's the first part of the lead section, and it goes on for quite a while. 2, up to the C for 3, 4, back down to the G. 1, 2, up to the C now. 3, 4, back down the G. It repeats that over and over again until you get to the part where it right before it goes into the. During the lead, what it does is it goes up to a power chord of G, down to an F, down, now the lead continues, right? So let me show you that real quick, but let's take it real slow. The last one of these before it goes into that section. So it's G for 1, G for 2, C for 3, G for 4, then back up to a power chord of G. So it's 1, 2, 3 to C, down to G for 4. Here's that power chord. Down, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. F. Down to that F. Down. Opening riff. Then it's going to go back into another verse. So let's do that one more time real quick. Ready? Because this is the last part of the song right here that you need to learn. Then you just need to practice the parts and plug them in. So here we go. 1 in G, 2 in G, 3 in C, 4 in G, then back up to the power chord of G for 2 rounds, and then the power chord of F. The C is on your 2nd string, 3rd fret. The 5th string, 3rd fret. The F is on your 6th string, 1st fret. Bar chords, right? So it's 1, 2, up to the C, 3, down to the G, 4. Here comes that power chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, down to the F. 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3. Open in the beginning again. So guys, that's all the parts. You got that's one for you guys to work on. That picking right there will improve your playing immensely if you're new. 6. Now these are string names. 6 5 6 5 6 6 6 6 5 6 5 6 6. Right? So keep working on all these parts, and then once you got them down, go ahead and plug them into the song. Kind of repeat them over and over again until you got it. Hey, so that's it. I hope you guys got something out of this video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. To check out another video, go ahead and click this link over here. Check out our channel, see all our videos, click that link over there. We've got playlists and we got tons of videos out there, so check it out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.